Hi everybody, how are you? I'm just clearing the cards right now. Lots of smoke. I hope the smoke detector does not go off, but this is our August 8/8/8 portal. And today we are going to take a look at all the cross watchers. If you're dealing with a certain sign, we're gonna take a look at what's going on with them, their feelings and their intentions. It's gonna be fast, brief, but we'll finally get the Crosswatcher readout. It's well overdue. Hi J Witch, how are you, love? Hi Jennifer. Whoever's coming in, guys, please give me a like. That will promote the live. We'll start shortly. We'll start Aries through Pisces, Crosswatcher read if you're dealing with an Aries, if you're dealing with a Taurus, etc., etc. Whoever's coming into the chat, hey Elle, how are you, love? Doing a Crosswatcher read today. Whoever's entering the chat, please give me a like. I would really appreciate that. Aries through Pisces. I'm doing well. Thank you so much, Elle. It's good to see you. Can you moderate for me just for a little bit? I would really appreciate that. Of course, if you can. Only if you can. Whoever's entering the chat, please give me a like. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tico. Hi, Amanda. So today is the Crosswatcher read. Thank you, J Witch. Thank you. Hi, Raphael. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Wahid. Hi, Michael. Thank you, Mashup Man. 58 of you in the chat already. That's great. Please give me a like. I would really appreciate that. Everybody who's entering, give me a like. Hi, David. Hi, Umit. How are you doing? What time is it in Turkey right now? What time is it there? Hi, Marco. Hi, Manuel. I am doing well, Umid. How are you? Hi, Rosemary. Hi, Sun. All right, guys, so it's 5 minutes. Everything, all I've done so far in these 5 minutes is say hi to everyone. We haven't even chit-chatted, but I think I should start on the reading. We're doing a Crosswatcher's read. So if you are dealing with an Aries, if you are the one dealing with an Aries, how does this Aries feel towards you? How does this Aries that my viewers are dealing with feel towards my viewers? How does this Aries feel towards my viewers? How does this Aries feel towards my viewers? This Aries is not talking to you. They're kind of focusing on their money, building their business, building their life, and not talking right now. They're not focused on talking. What else does this Aries feel towards my viewers? The Aries that my viewers are dealing with. What else does this Aries feel towards my viewers? They feel like there was some manipulation here that led to a breakup, painful breakup. They're very much in pain. If it's not severe pain, that it's still kind of like an after effect of a breakup, rumination still, kind of, they feel betrayed, they feel manipulated, they feel like somebody got away with something here or backstabbed them. From what I understand, it's you, right? What else does this Aries feel towards my viewers? What else does this Aries feel? Very heavy weight. They're still carrying whatever burden this breakup has brought them. Whether it's the breakup or somebody ghosted or somebody lied, might be dealing with an earth sign, air sign. Gemini is here. Air signs are very heavily represented here, and a fire sign. What else does this Aries feel towards my viewers? What else does this Aries feel towards my viewers? What else does this Aries feel towards my viewers? What else does this Aries feel towards my viewers? Resentment. They feel resentment towards you. They feel kind of desperate or out of control, in need of something. They feel a lot of grief as well. But at the same time, they feel peaceful without this. It's kind of like they're enjoying the break, the silence. They're not necessarily enjoying, but feeling the relief from it. What else does this Aries feel towards my viewers? What else does this Aries feel? Distance. There might be distance between the two of you, either emotional, well, clearly, or actual distance. There might also be a blockage between the two of you. Somebody might be blocked in this equation. Family. Maybe family is somehow involved. Maybe somebody's pregnant. Maybe a man, divine masculine. Take it as it resonates. I'm not a big believer in divine masculine, but this might just be somebody who has influenced this Aries more than anybody else, or on to a great degree. The Aries might also be the divine masculine for this for you. In any case, somebody here has had an impact on the other person, a much bigger impact than just any regular person would have. What happened here between my Aries and between this Aries and my viewers? What happened here between this Aries and my viewers? If you're dealing with an Aries, this is for you guys. Again, resentment is coming in. There's a lot of resentment here. Something happened, some kind of manipulation. They feel manipulated. They feel deceived. They feel yanked around. Divine masculine came out here, and then there is the King of Pentacles as well. Somebody stable, maybe an earth sign. Maybe you are an earth sign, or this Aries seemed like a very grounded person, somebody who you felt a lot of stability with, maybe somebody who's wealthy. Not necessarily, of course, not for all of you, but a love triangle. There is a possibility for that too, a love triangle. Maybe somebody, maybe you had options. Maybe this Aries had options, you found out and you cut them off. Missing out. Somebody had maybe a fear of missing out here. It was a mutual reciprocal connection, and somebody wanted more than what it is here in this equation. Give me more cards about this situation between my viewers and this Aries that they're wondering about. Give me more about this situation between my viewers and this Aries. Cycles. You guys have gone through cycles with this Aries, where they put you through cycles. Rigid. Somebody has very rigid beliefs here. Somebody is immovable, maybe obstinate. Aries can be very obstinate and stuck up. Immovable, very set in their ways. Until Aries, it's very easy for Aries to change, but only when they want to change. When they are welcoming the change, Aries is probably the easiest, the sign that deals with change the easiest. However, it's only when they want to change. When they don't feel like the change is needed and they need to change somehow, there is no way. There is no way. Confidence. So this Aries was probably a very confident person, that they present themselves as confident, and vision. Somebody in this equation was a sort of a figment of imagination. There were a lot of illusions about one person in this equation, either about you or about this Aries that you're dealing with. What are this Aries's and Aries's? What are this Aries's intention towards my viewer? King of Wands. They want something physical with you, first of all. They do want to overcome whatever obstacles exist between the two of you. Seven of Cups. I feel like you're the only one here. You're the only one that they're truly interested in. And I think that you are the only one that they truly want here. Yeah. All right. This is it for my Aries, for whoever's dealing with the Aries right now. Next will be whoever's dealing with Taurus with the troublemakers of the zodiac. That's what I call you, Taurus. Troublemakers of the zodiac in terms of romance, the Venusian ones, the ones that are most wanted, the most wanted ones, the Venusian. You and the Libra, but Taurus by far, by far. Oh, thank you, MTKN. I love you too. Troublemaker is correct. Taurus are very interesting. Do you know that if you have a Taurus stellium, oh God, you are trouble for everybody. If you have a Taurus stellium where 3 or more of your planets are very close together in Taurus, you are trouble for everybody. For everybody. And if there is Pluto involved, if Pluto is on your ascendant or opposite your sun, which is the Scorpio generation, Scorpio is opposite Taurus. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't breathe. All right, let's move on. Let's stop with the funny talk and let's move on to Taurus. Whoever is dealing with my Taurus viewers, whoever is dealing with my Taurus viewers, whoever is dealing with my Taurus viewers, how does this Taurus feel towards them? How does this Taurus feel towards my viewers? How does this Taurus feel towards my viewers? How does this Taurus feel towards my viewers? They feel a very strong connection, physical connection. They feel like you could be lovers. But they are kind of standing down right now. Standing down, kind of trying to be patient or trying to wait. There is a sort of a waiting game happening here. If it's not a game, this person is just trying to figure. Taurus moves very slowly. When they want something, they need to figure everything out. They need to wait. They need to think. So this is what's happening here, I think. This Taurus understands the gravity of the situation. They're very attracted to you, but they need to wait and they need to think. And maybe they need to heal from a past connection. Tell me more. What does this Taurus feel towards my viewers, the ones that are dealing with this Taurus? Not talking. Not talking. So there is a feeling of this strong connection. The lovers came out here. And yet there is this hesitancy, deliberation, not talking, being quiet, avoiding something, healing perhaps, waiting. What else does this Taurus feel towards my viewers? What else does this Taurus? Watching. They desiring you and watching. One or the other might be much younger. By much younger, I mean younger than 5 years. Than 5 years younger. there is interest, there is desire here. They understand your value. Although this is a page, in this deck it's a princess. So the value, yes, they understand your value, but it's still kind of in the incipients. Maybe this is either a new connection or something that has been renewed just recently. This Taurus is gathering information. They're thinking about you. They're watching you. They might be watching tarot readings as well. Might be asking friends, family about you. Tell me more. What does this Taurus feel towards my viewers? What does this Taurus feel towards my viewers? What does this Taurus feel towards my viewers? Encouraged. They feel encouraged. Like, I feel like this is somebody from the past. It could be a new connection as well. Of course it can. Absolutely. But I feel like it's somebody from the past that you had a falling out with previously, and then you reconnected with them. And they felt encouraged by that. If it's a new person, they just feel a sense of encouragement with you. Like they feel supported here to pursue you. But at the same time, they're doing nothing. Just sitting there watching. Maybe something about you that makes them encouraged. Tell me more. Tell me more. What does this Taurus feel towards my viewers? Proud. There is a lot of pride here. Maybe that's what's keeping them from contacting you, from talking to you, from expressing something to you. They do feel comforted by something. Perhaps if you did reconnect with this person, perhaps that gave them a sense of encouragement and comfort that kind of put their mind at ease. What else does this Taurus feel towards my viewers? What else does this Taurus feel towards my viewers? For the viewers that are dealing with the Taurus, chemistry, attraction, a spark, absolutely, and longing. So they're sitting there longing, aching, wanting, doing nothing, just watching. What else does this Taurus feel towards my viewers? Something was very shocking to them. Something shocked them about. Maybe there was turmoil between the two of you. Something was unexpected. They did not expect. And they got a new perspective on this connection. Clear headspace. They're gaining a perspective on this connection. Clear headspace. This is what they're doing right now. They're just sitting there trying to get a new perspective on this connection, trying to be in the clear headspace without anything interrupting them. Tell me more. What happened here between my Taurus viewers? Oof, no. Between my viewers and this Taurus that they are involved with. Illusions. There were a lot of illusions here in this connection. Somebody was an energy vampire. Either you or them. This is between the two of you. Tell me more. Bad vibes. Bad vibes. Somebody was toxic, perhaps. Maybe they are blaming you for being toxic. You're blaming them. Maybe this connection was a bit toxic for both of you. What else happened between my Taurus? This was a spiritual, somebody here is a spiritual person. You probably are very much so because you're watching tarot. Blocked, somebody's either blocked or there are very big boundaries, or somebody feels blocked, unable to speak to the other person. And faithful. Maybe faithfulness was of question, or somebody was keeping very faithful in this connection. Tell me more about this connection between my viewers and this Taurus that they are inquiring about. Movement. Movement is needed, I feel like. I feel like somebody needs movement in this connection. Tell me more. Something to do with self-worth here. Maybe somebody's self-worth was being hit somehow. Risk. Perhaps this connection carries some sort of a risk. That's why the Taurus is deliberating right now. And cycles. You probably have gone through cycles, or you're going to go through cycles with this person if it's a new person. Or maybe you've gone through one cycle and it's ended and you're waiting for a new one to begin. But if it's the person from the past, you've gone through cycles with this person. What are this Taurus's intention towards my viewers that are dealing with them? What are this Taurus's intention towards my viewers? This Taurus's intention towards my viewers. This came out in the reverse. This Taurus, I feel like they're turning their back on this due to either some kind of instability, misalignment, or jealousy, codependency. Something here is making them feel like they cannot continue waiting, or they cannot continue being engaged in this. This Taurus is not looking very optimistic about this connection, guys. I have to be honest with you, despite the fact that they do feel a very strong connection with you. All right, next will be what? Geminis. My Geminis. That will be my viewers who are dealing with the Geminis. How's everybody doing? Where are you guys watching from? Osper, I'm giving you a virtual hug. If you need a hug, here it is. It's coming. There you go. I'm giving you a hug. Guys, please give me a like. I have 49 likes. Let's take it to 50. Even better, to 55. Please give me a like. You as well, Jay Witch. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you, my dear. It's always good to see you here. Let me just shuffle and we will move on to... Geminis. Jesus Christ, I'm forgetting things. This is what happens with age, guys. I don't recommend. Oh, thank you. So, it's... I don't remember the name, the name of the color, but it's by this girl, Bachami. I found her on YouTube, actually. Bachami. That's her company. That's the gloss that she makes, and she promotes it on YouTube. And I purchased it. I love it. Thank you for saying it. Thank you. Yeah, it's actually, you can't probably see it, but it's like a duochrome. It has a little bit of a bluish, purplish glitter in it. All right, guys, Let's move on to Geminis. Let me get a little bit of a drink. 1 second. Okay, sorry. So, here we go. Geminis are next. Whoever is dealing with the Gemini, this is the reading for you. This is the reading for you. So, how does this Gemini that my viewers are dealing with feel towards my viewers? How does this Gemini feel towards my viewers? How does this Gemini feel towards my viewers? This Gemini is probably giving to more than one person, whoever you're dealing with. They got away with something. I feel like they got away with something. This Gemini kind of either played head games or got away with something, or there were conflicts. Somebody was either manipulating or needed to win at all costs. This Gemini feels like you are a very compassionate person. They do have compassion for you as well, however, because you know, Geminis can be in two minds. They can have compassion for you, but at the same time, play head games. We know that about you Gemini guys. We like you. I get along so well with Geminis. We like you, but they're always in two minds. There is always something going on between the two in the head. So this Gemini does experience a sense of compassion towards you, maybe even feelings. They do also feel like you are a very compassionate and affectionate person. However, right now, they are not interested in pursuing this. They are rejecting this cup or this offer, despite the fact that there is the Queen of Cups upright here. So I feel like this Gemini wanted to give, but only on their terms. They probably were giving to more than one person. Not a very strong indicator of a third party here, but it is very possible here. And there were some head games. Maybe somebody got away with something. Somebody was not entirely honest here. Tell me more. How does this Gemini feel towards my viewers? Or maybe they feel like you were disingenuous. And tell me more. How does my Gemini feel towards my viewers? How does this Gemini feel towards my viewers? How does this Gemini? Trust came out in reverse. So there is a lack of trust here. This person wants to be independent as well and afraid. They're scared of something here, either of commitment or of you on some level, but they're scared. They're fearful of something here. Tell me more. How does this Gemini feel towards my viewers? Ashamed. They feel ashamed, humiliated, or unworthy. They do have the resistant, very resistant towards you, defensive, closed off. They are very curious about you though. They might be, excuse me, they might be looking you up, watching you. Tell me more about this Gemini's feelings towards my viewers. The Geminis that my viewers are interested in, tell me more about this Gemini's feelings towards my viewers. Obscurity and withdrawn. Obscurity and withdrawn. And they feel like there are mysteries or secrets here, or they feel the need to conceal something from you, to hide something from you. Tell me more about this connection between my viewers and this Gemini that my viewers are inquiring about. So there was a lot of attraction here. A lot of physical attraction, emotional attraction even. But there is a question here. Do you really need this? Like this Gemini is probably asking, or maybe you are asking yourself at this point, do you really need this? And then fulfilling life. There was something in this equation that fulfilled their needs or your needs to a degree. And that's why they were in it. Tell me more about this connection between my viewers and this Gemini that they're inquiring about. Tell me more about this connection. There is a sense of belonging that you both felt with each other. And then there is oath. Somebody broke promises that they made. Guys, somebody broke promises here. Somebody broke promises. Oof. Somebody got away with something. Somebody did not keep the promise here. What are this Gemini's intention towards my viewers? This Gemini's intention towards my viewers. Yeah, they're kind of stuck in illusions, and they will continue being out there alone, maybe kind of missing this connection, but not really wanting to do anything about it, or unable to do anything about it. More like stuck in illusions, fears. This is kind of being out in the cold because of a fear of something. And we already saw this. This Gemini has a lot of fears in terms of this connection and in terms of you. So they're just deliberately holding themselves back and missing this connection because of some kind of fear. Being withdrawn, kind of obscured. All right, this is it for my Geminis. Next is Cancer. Next is whoever's dealing with the Cancer, this reading will be for you. Hi, Zerine. How are you, love? Let me see. Avery K, you're a Crosswatcher. How's everybody doing? There are 49 of you in the chat right now. Tell me where you're from, where you're watching from, how you're doing, what's going on in your neck of the woods. Zerine, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Okay. Next is the people who are dealing with cancers. The people, this is a Crosswatcher read, lovely. So if you are dealing with cancer, this is a read for you. Oh, you're in Finland, Zareen. That's really cool. A lot quieter now that the trolls are getting weeded out, yes. That's good, that's good. I'd rather have a quieter chat than have that. Hi from California, hi James, hi Ben, hi Juliet from Massachusetts. Massachusetts is having a big trial right now. You guys watching? It's the trial of the century, I'm telling you. It's pretty crazy. Hi from Poland. Hi from Perth, Australia. How are you, love? Wild energy. Yes. Yes, the energy has been very interesting. These past few days have been pretty crazy. Hi, Tyler. A trial? You guys are not watching the trial. You don't know what trial is going on right now. Oh my God. It's the Lindsay Clancy trial. Everybody's up in arms about it. It's a pretty intense thing that's going on. I don't think so many people have ever been invested in a trial before. I've never seen that. Okay. All right, next. Next. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Everybody's in it. Everybody's watching, or at least from what I've seen. Everybody has some theories about it. It's intense. It's intense. Oh, Tyler, it's okay. I'm used to the haters usually. They come in here to say a few wonderful things just to get off on it from their mom's basement. They have nothing else to do. Okay, guys. 43:55. I need to start taking timestamps because people are complaining. So I'm gonna, one second, let me just start on the timestamps, at least for Cancer. With Cancer, so 44, let's do 20. 44:20. So whoever's dealing with my cancers, no. Whoever's dealing, my viewers who are dealing with cancer, my goodness, Crosswatcher read is hard for me to formulate. I constantly forget. My viewers who are dealing with cancer, my viewers who are dealing with cancer, how does this cancer feel towards my viewers? How does this cancer feel towards my viewers? very attracted to you. There is some kind of regret here. Either regret or disappointment of sorts, but very attracted to you, wanting to get together and have some fun. There was some kind of disappointment here or regret. Maybe they are regretting whatever conflicts or breakup that's happened between the two of you. If it's not that deep, they might be regretting whatever they said or did towards you. In any case, this Cancer wants to overcome whatever difficulties happened between the two of you and get together, have some fun. What else does this Cancer feel towards my viewers? What else does this Cancer feel towards my viewers? A lot came out. Okay. No, I'm not gonna take that. That's too much. What else does this Cancer feel towards my viewers? What else does this Cancer... Oh, no. So much is coming out. What else does this Cancer feel towards my viewers? What else? The Storytime Kitchen, I'm doing well. Thank you so much, love. Okay. Something came out sideways here. Yeah. This Cancer wants to overcome something that's happened between the two of you that led to a breakup. So there was a breakup. If nothing painful happened between the two of you guys, this is not your reading. This is definitely about disappointment, about a breakup, about betrayal, about some sort of pain that's happened between the two of you. This Cancer does want to overcome whatever's happened. However, there is a lot of hesitation on their part. Yes, they do. This literally, the King of Wands literally means overcoming obstacles. This right here, the Chariot, also talks about overcoming obstacles. Also, it talks about arriving, getting together, coming over, moving towards. This came out sideways. Ten of Swords came out sideways. There is a lot of hesitation on this Cancer's side about acting on it. There is a desire to overcome the obstacles. There is a desire to get together, to have some fun, to be happy, to gain clarity or new clarity on the situation, maybe to give you clarity as well, but hesitating like crazy. What else does this Cancer feel towards my viewers? What else does this Cancer feel towards my viewers? Longing. This Cancer is longing for you. Wishful thinking, yearning. You felt like home to them. That just came into my mind. You felt like home to them. There is platonic love, compassion, understanding towards you. Affection. I would say more like affection. If you never felt understood by this Cancer, there was a lot of affection between the two of you nevertheless. And inspired. They feel inspired. Something is inspirational, makes them want to move, stimulating them, but at the same time, there is a lot of hesitancy here, and maybe because they feel stressed about this connection. In this connection, they feel like there is a lot of pressure. They're not quite ready to experience this again. What else does this Cancer feel towards my viewers? What else does this Cancer feel towards my viewers? Spine wanted to come out, but it didn't drop. What else does this Cancer feel towards my viewers? Apology is needed. An apology is needed. Some kind of forgiveness, a sorry. Either they think that you owe them an apology or they owe you an apology. Tell me more. Divine Masculine. This came out for, I think, for Aries. Divine Masculine. They might feel like you are their Divine Masculine or they're yours. Tell me more. And I don't believe in divine masculine, by the way. I have to mention that. I don't believe in that. I can have like a whole talk about that, but since we have the divine masculine and twin flames, I don't believe in either. But since we do have these cards come out, I have to say that there is a very strong connection and you are perceived by them as somebody extraordinary, somebody who affected them more than most romantic counterparts they ever encountered. And then there is elusive here. Somebody was being dishonest, deceptive. Maybe there was some kind of trickery going on here. Somebody was not showing their true colors. Tell me what happened here between my Cancer, between my viewers and this Cancer that they're inquiring about. Somebody might be in the military. Warrior comes out for military or conflicts. Conflicts present. So there might have been conflicts here. Number 2 is just jumping out at me. So number 2 might be of significance. Tell me more. Forbidden and message came out together. Forbidden and message. So somebody might be blocked here, or it's hard to communicate. It's difficult to communicate. Somebody put up walls in terms of communication here. And loyalty. Loyalty might have been a question here. Or somebody was loyal, the other one wasn't. There was this question. For some reason, it just came into my mind. There was always a question of exclusivity. Like one person wanted to be exclusive, the other one didn't. What are this Cancer's intention towards my viewers? What are this Cancer's intention towards my viewers? I feel like they're ready to finish this. They're ready to end this, but it's weighing so heavily on them. It's weighing heavily on them, so they're hoping that something in the future can turn around. Right now, no action. No action from them. This card can represent action as well. This is Wands. Wands traditionally talk about action. However, in this circumstance, I feel like what they're doing is just trying to end this. However, it's weighing so heavily on them that they're hoping that there might be some kind of resolution in the future. All right, that's what this Cancer feels towards you guys. Let me know if this resonates. If you need a personal reading, the link will be down below, and it's also under all of my videos and in my bio. in the description of this channel. Cancer. So next is Leo. But let me get a sip. Let me get a sip. Family conflict of interest. How are you guys all doing? How are you guys all doing? How are you feeling? How are you doing? Where are you watching from? Thank you, Christian Rodriguez. Let me shuffle cards and we will move on to Leo. To whoever's dealing with Leos, another troublemaker of the zodiac. Not as bad as Taurus. Taurus takes the prize, but... And Taurus is a... So usually you know who has the bad reputation, right? Scorpios and Geminis. Taurus is a different kind of trouble. It's very charming, soothing trouble. I can't stop on Taurus today. I just can't stop. I was just recently dealing with a Taurus. Never mind. Taurus that I've known for quite a while. So I can't stop on Taurus today. Oh, goodness. From Bulgaria. Where in Bulgaria? I love Sofia. Sofia's in Bulgaria, right? Yeah. I'm not losing my mind right now, am I? Thank you, Mr. Mango. Somebody's a Leo here. So this is a Crosswatcher's read though. So it's, if you're a Leo and dealing with a Leo, this will be for you. Capricorn will be after Sagittarius, which will be after Scorpio, which will be after Libra, which will be after Virgo, which will be after Leo, which I'm doing right now. I'm sorry. I'm in some kind of mood today. I'm sorry, guys. Hi from San Diego. I love San Diego. I used to go there all the time. So if you are dealing with a Taurus, I've already done the read. If you are a Taurus dealing with somebody else, just look for your sign. If you're dealing with with a Leo, it's coming up. Hi, Silver Birch. Hi from Newcastle, UK. Thank you, Mukesh. Oh. You're a Taurus and you're dealing with yourself, yeah. I am in the United States, yes. I'm in Florida. I am in the middle of St. Petersburg, Florida, right downtown. 4 minutes away from downtown. Don't come stalking me, please. All right. And of course, you guys should understand that I'm joking, right? Half of the time. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything like that. I have some questionable humor. Virgo ascending, Leo moon. You are outside my door, please let you in. Hi, John. How are you? Okay, guys, we're moving on to Leo. Whoever's dealing with Leos, it is 60:53. My goodness, I'm wasting time. Let's do 61. For Leos, whoever's dealing with Leos, what does this Leo feel towards my viewers? What does this Leo feel towards my viewers? For the viewers who are dealing with Leos. This Leo is working on their happiness right now. They're working on their life. They are trying to maintain a semblance of optimism. I'm not quite sure why I'm saying it like this. Maybe because I feel like this Leo is really not having a very good time, but they're trying to make themselves happier. This Leo wants clarity also from you. You might be dealing with a Virgo or a Leo. Tell me more. How does this Leo feel towards... Yeah, this Leo is deliberating quite a bit about you. They're not quite sure what to do here in this circumstance, whether to drop this case or to continue juggling multiple priorities and you at the same time. There might be a third party here as well. What else does this Leo feel towards my viewers? What else does this Leo feel towards my viewers? What else does this Leo feel towards my viewers? Okay. Wow. Trying to make a choice. They're trying to make a choice. They're kind of stuck in the past, thinking about things that happened before. Whatever's happened between the two of you. There might have been some codependency or some kind of toxicity they're trying to get out of or overcome. Maybe some addiction issues. Maybe they're addicted to you, or they were addicted to you and now they're trying to overcome that. They're a little bit restless here, a little restless. They want to move towards you, but there is very, very restless, want to move towards you, but there is still this kind of, am I good? Am I good? Am I healed? Am I okay? Can I face this person? These kind of questions on this Leo's mind. And they do want to finally make the decision. They're coming to understand that the decision must be made as soon as possible. What else does this Leo feel towards my viewers? What else does this Leo feel towards my viewers? The viewers that are dealing with Leos, what are these Leos feel towards my viewers? What are the Leos feeling towards my viewers? Frustrated. Yep. Quite a bit frustrated. Hindered, maybe blocked even. Maybe they feel blocked. Some of you might have blocked them. Grief, regretful, and disgusted. So, something clearly happened here. If nothing happened, if you're asking about a person that you just met and things are seemingly going well and you want to know how they feel towards you, this is not your reading, hun. This is not your reading. This is a reading about a Leo that you've been dealing with for a while. And quite a few things have happened between the two of you. Tell me more. One second. Let me just situate myself here. I'm not very comfortable. Tell me more. How does this Leo feel towards my viewers? How does this Leo feel? Soulmates. They feel like you guys belong together, but there are so many. There's toxicity here. There is trouble here. There is maybe addiction, some kind of addiction or codependency, or maybe like sex addiction or very strong sexual urges that needed to be overcome. And realizations, epiphanies. I feel like there is a realization in this, Leo, that they really want you. That you are the soulmate. Ecstasy. Something here about pleasure and good time. Excitement that they feel towards you. Tell me what's happened here between my viewers and this Leo that there was probably a new start between the two of you that was kind of like a false start, or somebody is much younger than the other person. Somebody is more immature. Reminder and trapped. Somebody is trapped in this equation. Somebody is trapped here. And somebody is constantly getting reminders of the other person. I feel like maybe they're trapped in another situation, or you are. One or the other might be stuck in another situation. Or may even married. Just for a few of you. Tell me more about this relationship between my viewers and this Leo. Tell me more about this relationship between my viewers and this Leo. You're welcome, Renji. Thank you so much for the subscription. Something was platonic friendship. Maybe somebody got friend-zoned. Understanding, intimacy, and closeness. There was a lot of intimacy between the two of you and closeness. No, somebody said no here. How can I move on? I feel like both of you are kind of having trouble to move on here. What are this Leo's intention towards my viewer? 5 of Wands. This is still kind of being in that conflicting state of mind, but wanting to move out of it and to agree to disagree. That's what their intention is. They're still conflicted quite a bit, but wanting to move out of this. And this whole read is showing this to me, that this person really wants to overcome whatever's happened between the two of you, and they're healing, they're working on themselves. The decision needs to be made here, but there is still something that's holding them away from you, keeping them at an arm's distance. Perhaps external circumstances, perhaps something internal, some kind of an internal conflict happening here. All right, that was the Leo read. Next is Virgo. We're moving on to Virgos. We've been moving slowly today. I don't know where the time is going. Today has been one of those very few days that are just moving so slowly. Oh, so fast, so fast. Thank you, Bullet Saran. Thank you, Humberto. Hi, Ashish. How are you, love? I don't live in Turkey, my dear. I don't live in Turkey. I just asked somebody from Turkey what time it is in Turkey right now. Hi, Salem or Salem. Not sure where you're from. I had no coffee today. I can't drink coffee because of my health. Cannot drink coffee. Hi from Grenada. Oh my gosh, I love Spain. What time is it in Spain right now? Thank you, Ranji. Thank you so much for the subscription. Oh my goodness. It's 1 o'clock. 1:11 next day in Turkey. I thought it would be somewhere there, like very late. That was a crazy reading for you, Tavi. What was that? Was that the Leo reading? Hi from Kuwait. I've never had anybody from Kuwait here. Wow. Thank you, lovely. I'm glad that it resonated. Oh, I don't want to talk about my health issues here on the internet. People have been already talking a lot about my health issues, like deliberating, theorizing, stuff like that. But let's say, I'll tell you one thing. I'm doing this because of my health issues. So maybe it's a good thing. You know, sometimes something bad leads to something good. Hi, Empress. No, I don't speak French. Je ne parle français. Je ne parle français. I don't even know if I'm saying this correctly. Hi from Sweden. We are doing Crosswatchers read. We are on Virgo. We're moving on to Virgo. 73. Okay, let me put down the timestamp. 74. Let's put Virgos at 74. Whoever's dealing with Virgos, whoever's dealing with Virgos, my viewers that are dealing with Virgos, how does this Virgo feel towards my viewers? How does this Virgo feel towards my viewers? They feel a sense of stability with you. They feel like they could have a relationship with you. Maybe they feel like you guys are already in a relationship. But manipulation, Magician, this is Alchemist. In reverse is manipulation 101. Big time manipulation. This is more of a sign of manipulation than any other, than Seven of Swords, than Five of Swords, than Page of Swords in reverse, more than any of them. So beware, if you're dealing with a Virgo, there's a very good chance this person is manipulating you, or they might be feeling that you are manipulating them. They're working on themselves. You might be another Virgo. Um, you might be an Aries as well. You might be a Gemini. I should probably not be saying any zodiacs. I'm doing it because I'm kind of used to mentioning zodiacs. I probably said that by mistakes in my previous reads today. But because this is a Crosswatchers read, I probably shouldn't mention zodiac signs. But this Virgo is working on themselves. They're trying to stay productive, working on their life, improving their circumstances. Busy. Tell me more. How does this Virgo feel towards my Crosswatchers? How does this Virgo feel towards my viewers? How does this Virgo? Ace of Cups in reverse. They feel some sort of disconnect with you. Maybe that's why there is this desire to manipulate the circumstances or to alter the circumstances somehow in order to get you to do something that they want. They feel a sense of disconnect. They feel like maybe you're pulling away or disconnecting from them. What else does this Virgo feel towards my Crosswatchers? What else does this Virgo feel towards my Crosswatchers? Yeah. This came out sideways though. Death. They don't know what to do or what to think about this. It's like something's leading here to a big disconnect, but they're still kind of delaying and holding on to this. Either delaying the complete ending and trying to manipulate their way into your surroundings or into your life, or they're just mentally kind of stuck on this and do not want to believe that things have ended between the two of you. What else does this Virgo feel towards my Crosswatchers, towards my viewers? What else does this Virgo feel? Curious. They want to know what's going on with you. They are probably looking you up. They might also be very fascinated by you and very sad. They feel sad about the circumstances between the two of you. What else does this Virgo feel towards my Crosswatchers? What else does this Virgo feel? Running. That you are running or they're running. I feel like they feel like you are the one who's running. What else does this Virgo feel? Peace. They do feel a sense of harmony with you. See, this was the first card that came out, Four of Wands. They do feel a sense of peace and harmony with you on some level. So I feel like they don't want to let that go. What happened here between my viewers and this Virgo? What happened here between my viewers? Okay, that's a lot. That's too many. It's too many, yeah. What happened here between my viewers and this Virgo? Between my Crosswatchers and this Virgo. Cycles have happened between the two of you. What else? What else? Lots of differences. Some sort of differences. Could be anything. Circumstances, places to live, ethnic differences, just differences in the way that you see this connection. Beauty. There was a lot of attraction in this connection. Yep. Conclusion has happened here. And somebody feels like they won in this equation. Somebody feels like they won. Like somebody gained an upper hand here. What else happened here between my viewers, my cross watchers, and this Virgo? What happened between there was a new start between the two of you, and then things got out of hand. Green flag and good vibes. See, this Virgo is comfortable with you guys. This Virgo is very comfortable with you. On some level, this Virgo understands your value in their life. Tell me more. What else has happened here between my Virgo, or is happening here between my viewers, my cross watchers, and this Virgo? Family and friends maybe were somehow involved, or higher level of commitment was wanted and didn't happen. Or maybe you guys were talking about a higher level of commitment. This card came out first. This is basically a relationship, a higher level of commitment. Maybe you were going there, or you achieved it, and then somehow everything just fell apart. One of those. What are this Virgo's intention towards my viewers, towards my cross watchers? What are this? They do want expansion with you. They do absolutely want expansion with you. But there are some very strong boundaries here. And there might be more than one person in this, more than two people in this equation. Very strong boundaries, very blunt kind of communication, head over heart. Strong decisions, maybe some harsh words were exchanged. If not, then just very strong boundaries were put up. It's like there is a desire for expansion, but something gets muted. Somebody gets muted. And this Virgo is very physically attracted to you. And they're attracted to you on every level, really. Just this, I'm not quite sure what they're doing that's wrong, but probably manipulation, some kind of manipulation. All right, we're done with Virgos. Next will be Libra. My Libra viewers are next. Oh boy. How's everybody? Someone gets blocked and ignored. Thank you, James. So, guys, what was I thinking? Oh, I should do like a free reading for my moderators. Elle, if you ever need a free reading, you have it with me. And Eddie. Eddie is not here today, but he will have a free reading with me as well. Hi, Samir. Happy Lionsgate, everybody. Happy Lionsgate. Yeah, you're welcome. Just let me know. I think that's the only way I can thank you guys for doing such a great job. I really appreciate you. Okay. Let me clear off the cards and we will move on to the next 6 signs of the zodiac for my cross watchers. They say it is a thing. I'm pretty good at astrology, but I don't follow these things, and I should be following these things. I looked it up yesterday. One of my viewers mentioned it to me on my Instagram. By the way, guys, follow me on Instagram. It's not very interesting, but it's nice to interact over there. All right, let me just clear off the cards and we'll move on to the next 6 zodiac signs. Is the chat moving, or has it frozen again? I'm seeing something. I'm seeing likes. Oh, it's moving. Yes, it's moving. Yes, I can see it. Thank you, Elle. Perfect. I was just worried because it's happened before where it just froze. Hi, King Heffy. All right. Libra 8810. The viewers, the cross watchers that are dealing with Libra, how does that Libra feel towards my cross watchers? How does that Libra feel towards my cross watchers? 5 of Swords right off the bat. Getting away with something. Something not very kosher here. Something... Somebody won at all costs. Either that, or there was a sense of defeat here. A sense of... getting away with something. This 5 of Swords is not as much getting away with something as it is about winning at all costs, head games, manipulation, tactics, stuff like that. What else does this Libra feel towards my cross watchers? What else does this Libra feel? And here it is, getting away with something, avoiding something, or being deceptive. The 2 of the worst cards in the whole deck just came out, guys. 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, which led to withdrawal, introspection, figuring oneself out, being single, independent, moving on to calmer waters, and end of the cycle. Very self-explanatory. Somebody was playing around. Somebody thought that they would never get caught. Somebody thought that they could get away with whatever it is that they were doing. Somebody was manipulating. Somebody was deceptive. one or the other or all of them together. And that led to a breakup. And this Libra is feeling like they had to withdraw, even if it was them who was manipulating. This Libra feels like they need to move on to calmer waters, away from conflict, away from disagreements, to be on their own right now, to be single, and to end this cycle for now. That's what this Libra is feeling. Tell me more. How does this Libra feel towards my cross watchers? How does this Libra feel towards my cross watchers? How does this Libra feel towards my cross watchers? How does this Libra feel towards my cross watchers? They do feel a sense of happiness with you. You make them happy. You do make them happy, content. But there is this entrapment, either stuck in another connection or trapped in their own negativity, stuck, imprisoned, maybe even imprisoned, like real time. No, of course not for all of you, just for a few. But there were some kind of either games or this conflicts or deception here that put them in the timeout, and they feel trapped. They feel restricted on some level. What else does this Libra feel towards my cross watchers? Divine Masculine is coming out again. Not quite sure why it's coming out today so many times, but there we go. Possibilities. They feel free. They feel free, but they feel like, yes, they want to explore more possibilities, but they feel like it could be too risky. What else does this Libra feel towards my cross watchers? They want to try again. They do want to try again. Bitterness, a lot of bitterness, resentment, maybe even anger and hurtful words were exchanged. And they feel abandoned, or they feel like abandoning this and walking away. What happened here, or what's happening here between my cross watchers and this Libra that they're interested in? What's happening here between my cross watchers and this Libra? Message. You might be talking, guys, or the differences were exchanged through some kind of messaging, text messaging, emails, whatever. There is a Hermit, and there is the card of withdrawal here. So I'm thinking, if there is communication, it's probably very, very small, or there is probably no communication at all right now, at least right now. But messages and differences is telling me that you guys probably either broke up or were fighting over text messages or something. Vision. Somebody was the other person's wish fulfillment. I feel like you guys are not communicating right now. High Priestess of Water. You might be a water sign or an earth sign, but I feel like the emotions had to be grounded here. Something was happening in terms of the emotional output that needed to be more grounded. Tell me more about this connection between my cross watcher and the Libras and this Libra. Tell me more. sex on the brain. So that was probably something that you guys were thinking about or were engaged in or just really needed in this connection. Or maybe somebody just was kind of like a sex addict, fear of missing out on sex with other people. That could be a possibility as well. And this was probably a Plutonic connection, transformational. There might be some Pluto aspects in your synastry, so look it up. What else happened here between my Libra viewers and, between my cross watchers in this Libra? I'm so used to this, what I've been saying, that it's pretty hard to switch to cross watcher read. All right, what else is happening here between my cross watchers and this Libra? Important. This might have been a very important transformative connection between the two of you, and long-term consequences. Maybe there were long-term consequences here. That maybe this connection really affected you, or if it just recently happened, you feel like it will give long-term consequences, either trauma or just influenced you to a pretty big degree. Let's just put it that way. What are this Libra's intention towards my cross watchers? Should I take this? Should I not? Three of Swords. They want to break your heart. Vindictiveness here. They want to break your heart. Libra. Defensiveness, avoidance. Maybe there is another connection present here, but there's defensiveness. They don't want. So see, on some level, you were this person's wish fulfillment. But right now they are avoiding and in a very defensive mode in terms of a higher level of commitment or continuing this beautiful dream with you. They want your heart broken, guys. They are vindictive right now. I've been there, so I think most of us have been there to a degree. There was a level of I wanna select that person. Maybe I'm making it up because I'm an Aries and we sometimes have impulses like that. Not everybody's an Aries. Anyway, but be careful, guys, be careful. This Libra is in a little bit of a vindictive mode right now. If you need a personal reading, please contact me. The link will be down below. I will be very happy to do it for you. Hi, Sean. This read is horrible. Why is it horrible? Tell me. Yeah, it was not good. It was not good for sure. Hi, Janet from New Jersey. That's wonderful. Tell me, Elle, why is it horrible? I want to know. Oh boy. It was not good for sure. I know, I think Eddie is a Libra. I would want to ask him if that would resonate with him. But sometimes if you're cross-watching for somebody, so this is why I don't like cross watchers for regular reads and regular people watching for their placement for a cross watcher read. Because it's a little, it gets too personal, I think, sometimes. And I'm trying to look at that person as somebody in front of me, not step in their shoes, if that makes any sense at all. But let me open the blinds a little bit more. 1 second. It's getting late. It's getting dark. It gets messy, exactly, Elle. It gets messy. I don't think I'll be able to. Yeah, I think it's as far as they go. Hi from Poland. Where in Poland are you? All right, next is Scorpio, right? So I'm gonna put here an hour 41 minutes, an hour and 42 minutes. For my Scorpios. Okay, Scorpio. Crosswatchers dealing with Scorpios. How does the Scorpio feel towards my Crosswatchers? How does the Scorpio feel towards my Crosswatchers? How does the Scorpio feel towards my Crosswatchers? How does the Scorpio feel? Sideways, the Scorpio is feeling, should they give you exclusivity or should they look around more? That's what the Scorpio is feeling. Tell me more. What does the Scorpio feel towards my Crosswatchers? See, yeah. There is a lot of confusion here. I feel like the Scorpio is kind of rejecting this connection right now. They're not looking at the bigger picture right now. They're trying to focus on whatever it is that they have at hand. They feel pain, excuse me, betrayal, or some kind of ending that led to a lot of pain and despair. They feel kind of down. They feel down. Yeah, so death upright, the world in reverse. Very interesting combination. The transformation is direly needed in order for this to continue. This is what it tells me. A transformation of this, a complete overhaul of this connection is needed in order for this cycle to continue. Things have not ended, even though it seems like they have. It seems like they have. You guys are living through this ending, through whatever's happened between the two of you. But it's still lingering. It's still lingering quite a bit in their feelings, on their mind, etc. So this card that I read in the beginning, whether they want to give you exclusivity or to look around, what I think is happening here, they are confused about you, about others. They're confused about their place in this connection. And overwhelmed, perhaps. And they're trying to just focus on whatever's at hand and to go through the motions of this breakup or pain that they've experienced due to some sort of ending, which is still, the relationship and the feelings and everything else is still kind of lingering, but there has been a breakup, if that makes any sense. Okay, we're gonna turn this off. Okay. What else does this Scorpio feel towards my cross-watchers? What else does this Scorpio feel towards my cross-watchers? What else does this Scorpio feel? Afraid? What did you guys do to the Scorpio? What happened here? What else does this Scorpio feel towards my cross-watchers? Hopeful and compassionate still. Hopeful and compassionate. But afraid, scared. Probably in pain. Probably, or maybe just taken aback by everything that's happened between the two of you. What else does this Scorpio feel towards my cross-watchers? What else does this Scorpio feel towards my cross-watchers? Okay, something wants to fall, but okay, all right. I'm gonna take it. Sorrow, loss, grief, depression. And this came out sideways, peace, balance, harmony, friendship. So there is a part of them that still has a lot of compassion for you, hopefulness, but there is a lot of sorrow associated with whatever conflicts that's transpired between the two of you. If it wasn't a conflict, and if somebody, for example, got ghosted or somebody withdrew, you know, that could have caused the breakup or the pain due to an ending as well. Chaos, however, comes out. So there have been conflicts between the two of you. Chaos. What else? What else happened in this connection? What else happened in this connection? I don't understand, like, no, not a single read today has been positive, guys. I don't understand what's happening in the universe. All right, tell me more. Tell me more about this connection between my cross-watcher and Scorpio. Tell me more about this connection between my cross-watcher and Scorpio. Strength in reverse came out. Somebody is feeling weak, inadequate, not cut out for something like this. Maybe they failed something. Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more about this connection between my cross-watcher and the Scorpio of yours. Tell me more about this connection. See, green flag is coming out. So there was a lot of positivity between the two of you. Compassion is here. Friendship is here. Harmony is here. So something's happened here that was very confusing, either for both of you or for the Scorpio in particular. Tell me more. Like, they can't put their finger on it. Maybe a love triangle. Number 15 might be of significance. Tell me more. What's happened here between this Scorpio and my cross-watcher? Limerence is still here, so one or the other going through limerence and then frictions and disagreements. What are the Scorpio's intentions towards my Crosswatcher? The Scorpio's intentions towards my Crosswatcher. The Scorpio's intentions. The Scorpio is just gonna move on to calmer waters right now. They're suffering through a heartbreak. They're moving on to calmer waters right now. They are being head over heart right now. The Scorpio is head over heart, moving on to calmer waters, going through the motions of this breakup, figuring out how they can move on and separate themselves from whatever pain that's happened in their life due to this relationship or situationship. Ooh. If you guys need a personal reading, please contact me. The link is down below. And I will be very happy to read for you. I have a lot of fun with my with whoever orders from me, especially on Zoom calls, but I do like doing just videos for personal readings as well. I love it. And I tend to have a very, very good positive feedback from whoever's done the readings with me already. LA is pouring. Hi, Marcus. All right, guys. All right, what's next? Next is Sagittarius. It's getting dark. It's only 7 o'clock. It's not supposed to get so dark here in Florida. All right, guys. Sagittarians. Whoever's watching for Sagittarius, this is your read. Crosswatchers for Sagittarius. Crosswatchers for Sagittarius. All right. Let's put an hour, 54 minutes. Yes, perfect. Whoever's dealing with Sagittarius, whoever is dealing with Sagittarians, what does this Sagittarius feel for my Crosswatcher? What does this Sagittarius feel for my Crosswatcher? What does this Sagittarius feel towards my Crosswatcher? What does this Sagittarius feel towards my Crosswatcher? Watching, stalking, needing justice or fairness. They feel like fairness needs to happen here. And they do have a very strong connection with you, but I feel like there some kind of choice was made or needs to be made here that would lead to fairness. A fair choice needs to be made. That's what I should say. A fair choice needs to be made here. But they do have a very strong sense of connection with you. And there is this, maybe they even feel like a soulmate with you. Definitely watching you. Watching you, however, maybe asking people around about you, their friends, family, if you know they're familiar, if not on social media, tarot readings, all of it, you name it, or one of those. King of Wands sideways. This is a difficult energy simply because this person kind of oscillates between wanting you, needing you in their life, and stepping away, turning their back on you, and maybe even letting you down. What else does my Sagittarius feel? Or maybe this is what they feel about you. Like sometimes you're there, sometimes they can't cooperate with you properly. I am not rich, my dear, I'm not rich. What kind of questions? All right. What else does this person, this Sagittarius feel towards my Crosswatchers? What else does this Sagittarius? They do, see, they feel happy with you. They feel happy. It's just that there is some kind of misalignment here. Somebody is not putting in the work that they're supposed to put in. Somebody sometimes has the other person's back. At other times they don't. So it's like a sense of fairness or a sense of balance needs to be restored in this connection. Somebody also, this Sagittarius specifically, wants a choice to be made and fairness restored here. Justice restored here. Clarity is needed as well here. Like somebody does not, most likely this Sagittarius does not have clarity. And not all of their questions are answered here in this connection, if that makes any sense. What else does this Sagittarius feel towards my Crosswatchers? Disappointed and exhausted. See, this King of Wands sideways can be very disappointing. It's kind of like sometimes you're there, sometimes you're not. Can I rely on you? Are you reliable enough? All right, tell me more. Tell me more about this Sagittarian's feelings towards my Crosswatchers. All right. Love. Romantic love. They feel empowered despite the fact that they are disappointed. It's like they want to do something here, and most likely they will do something here. And relieved. Somehow something gave them a sense of relief here. What else does this Sagittarius feel towards my Crosswatchers? What else does this Sagittarius feel? Hi, John. Towards my Crosswatchers. What else does this Sagittarius feel towards my Crosswatchers? What else does this Sagittarius feel towards my Crosswatchers? What else does this Sagittarius? Okay, only you. Wow. Only you. Devoted. Attached. What else does this Sagittarius feel? Past life, deja vu, or some repeated patterns that happened here. What else does this Sagittarius feel towards my Crosswatcher? Something was either empty or shallow here. Maybe something did not live up to expectations. That's what I would say is more like it. Tell me more about this connection between Sagittarius and the Crosswatcher. Tell me more. rigid. Somebody was stuck in their belief system and forbidden. Something was forbidden here. Maybe somebody's blocked. Maybe somebody put up a wall. Maybe somebody's just so stuck in their persuasions that they just are immovable and forbid anything else. Tell me more about this connection between my Sagittarius and this person. There is some kind of a spiritual contract, or maybe a person, one of you is spiritual. Clearly one of you is spiritual because you're watching tarot, but maybe the Sagittarius themselves is very spiritual as well. There was some kind of obsession here, or somebody was consumed with the other person. Maybe somebody was dominating, and bad vibes. What are the Sagittarians' intention towards my Crosswatcher? What are the Sagittarians' intention towards my Crosswatcher? What are the Sagittarians' intention towards my Crosswatcher? They're waiting for things to turn for the better. They're waiting for things to turn for the better. They're not acting right now. They're just waiting and hoping for the things to turn for the better. All right, this guy needs to go. We're blocking somebody here. Okay. All right, this one needs to be gone as well. Okay, thank you. Hi, Jay. You're very welcome, John. Hi, Ali. Hi, Santosh. Okay. I'm doing well, Philip. Thank you for asking. Next is Capricorn. Capricorns are next. Let me just put the cards away, shuffle a little bit, and we'll move on to Capricorns. Whoever's dealing with the Capricorn. Let me just also respond to text message really fast. Is Elle still here? Elle, are you still here or no? I think she left. All right. Oh no, she's still here. Yay. Yeah, you're still here. Do you guys think it's all right to wear this outside? This is like a silk robe. And it has the same frills on the bottom, and it's kind of like mid. It's not very long. Do you think it's normal to wear something like this outside, or is this just, it's not okay? What are your thoughts? Elle, what do you think? Because somebody's inviting me out for a drink, and I don't want to look for an outfit. I don't want to look for an outfit. I'm tired. I just want to put some heels on and go. That's true, Philip. Thank you for saying that. Nice, Elle. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. A nice pair of heels, and a few like bracelets, and perfect. That's what I'm gonna do. A green dress. I do have a green dress. I love that dress, but I feel like I gained, because I'm an older woman. I'm 48. I gained a little bit of a belly in perimenopause, and it's very it's fitting. It does not look so good on me anymore. But maybe I just need to relax about the belly. Just live my life, dang it. I always had a flat belly, and now it's just a little bit rounder. So silly. I know, I'm just so silly. So stupid. Body issues. Dysmorphia. I know, exactly, Elle. We critique ourselves the hardest. It's true. All right, Capricorn. The cross watchers that are dealing with Capricorns. So, 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 50 seconds. Let's put that. Whoever is dealing with Capricorn, the cross watchers, how does this Capricorn feel towards my cross watchers? How does this Capricorn feel towards my cross watchers? How does this Capricorn? This Capricorn is holding back for dear life. You are their wish fulfillment, Capricorn. Oh, it's cross watcher. You are this Capricorn's wish fulfillment, cross watcher. Tell me more. How does this Capricorn feel towards my cross watcher? They feel, maybe these are new feelings that they're experiencing towards you. Maybe this is a new Capricorn that you're dealing with, a new connection. But there are feelings that they have for you, and a sense of hope as well. What else does this Capricorn feel towards my cross watcher? What else does this Capricorn feel towards my cross watcher? Wow, this is the first, oh, somebody walked away here, abandoned the situation. Despite the fact that, and you probably were the one who broke up with Capricorn, and maybe they're the one who walked away, but it seems like this Capricorn has feelings, and you are their wish fulfillment. They're just holding back, maybe because you walked away. Tell me more. How does this Capricorn feel towards my... How does this Capricorn feel towards my cross watcher? How does this Capricorn feel towards my cross watcher? Discouraged. But yeah, they feel very excited and fulfilled with you. They feel very excited and fulfilled with you, and comforted as well. It's like you comfort them, you fulfill them, you excite them, but something happened here. You walked away, or maybe you just scaled back on communication, or maybe you kind of removed yourself, or maybe you stopped giving them as much attention. At worst, there has been a breakup between the two of you. What else does this Capricorn feel towards my cross watcher? What else does this Capricorn feel towards my cross watcher? What else does this Capricorn feel towards my cross watcher? Hopeless. Hopeless. They feel hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. You know what? Whoever said, well, they should have never pushed me away. That's what I feel for my Capricorn. That's exactly, when you said that, that's it. That's what I feel for my Capricorn. Never should have pushed me away. All right, what else? What else does this Capricorn feel towards my Crosswatcher? What else does this Capricorn? Distance, either emotional distance or actual physical distance between the two of you. But they feel a sense of separation or blockage. They feel blocked, or like you drew very strong boundaries with them. Commitment, promises, some kind of promises were made or were broken. What else does this Capricorn feel towards my Crosswatcher? Clarity is needed here. Clarity, honesty is needed. Something was not clear. Maybe somebody was confused. Maybe there were some misconceptions here, and clarity is very much needed. What's happening here between my Crosswatcher and this Capricorn? What is happening here between my Crosswatcher and this Capricorn? Hope. Again, there is hope here. There is hopelessness and hope, which can very easily exist in the same. And it's come in here 3 times. Look at this. There is the star, which talks about hope, renewal, regeneration. Then there is the hope card from the oracle, and then there is the hopelessness here. So hope is the centerpiece right now in your whole energy, in this connection's energy between the two of you. Tell me more. What's happening right now between my Crosswatcher and this Capricorn? What is happening between, or what happened between my Crosswatcher and this Capricorn? Movement came out sideways, so I feel like movement is needed, but it's not happening here. Tell me more about this connection between my Crosswatcher and this Capricorn. Tell me more about this connection. Tell me more about this connection between my Crosswatcher. Okay. So, a lot going on. Somebody was perpetually busy. Freak. Somebody was out of their mind. Not necessarily freak. Don't look at that. There is other wording here. So somebody was either out of their mind or did not behave in a normal way. Thinking of you. You guys are both thinking about each other. There was chaos, instability here. And somebody's nebulous and mysterious. Somebody's either wearing a mask or somebody just cannot grasp the other person. They don't understand them that well. What are my this Capricorn's intentions towards my Crosswatchers? Justice. Ooh, tell me more. Give me one more card. Yeah, justice and action. They will act. Crosswatcher, they will restore some kind of justice or understanding between the two of you, because they want stability here, and they are still desiring you. So something is gonna happen here. Movement is gonna happen here. Something's gonna give. All right, that's it for Capricorns. For Capricorn Crosswatchers. Oh boy. I hope that maybe I'm their freak. She better not be moving. So in my case, I lost my cool. I lost my cool on that Capricorn. I lost it. Freak? Yes. Yes. And you know how Capricorns, they like things to just be chill and quiet and stable and normal. Oh, I was not. I was my Aries self. Full-blown Aries went on them. Poor guy, oh my God. Poor thing. I'm still thinking about that. Still thinking. It's happened, what, a few weeks ago. Before I started dating again. Maybe a month ago. Okay. Your Aries Mars. Oh wow. Went smooth. Oh God. I look mean. All right. I'll take it. You blew up on yours too, L. Yes. So hey, if it's freak, I'll take it. That's fine with me. I'll be a freak. I'll be a freak. I am not from Russia, my dear. Like everybody's commenting. Are you from Russia? I'm not from Russia. I have a little bit of Polish in me, yes. I have a little bit of Russian in me, yes. But I have a slew of other things that are happening right here. So, a slew. That's so funny, Elle, that you mentioned that. Well, thank you, Julia. Thank you for saying that. He was gaslighting. Yeah, same here, the same exact thing. Same, yep, exactly. All right, we're moving on to, let me just put the timestamps. Aquarius. Aquarius is at 2 hours, 18 minutes, 30 seconds. 2:18:30. Crosswatchers dealing with Aquarius. Crosswatchers dealing with Aquarius. How does that Aquarius feel towards my crosswatchers? How does that Aquarius feel towards my crosswatchers? 9 of Wands in reverse. They don't want to be pessimistic and down about this anymore. They want to come out of whatever stupor they were in and act. They do want that. But let's see if that's possible. What else does this Aquarius feel towards my crosswatcher? What else does this Aquarius... That's too many. What else does this Aquarius feel towards my crosswatcher? What else does this Aquarius... Yeah, they have a lot of compassion for you, Aquarius, crosswatcher. They do have a lot of compassion for you. And they feel like you are a compassionate person as well. And they do want to manifest something here finally. Like, this has been going on for too long. They want to come out of it. This is 9 of Wands, by the way. They want to come out of it. They want to show you some kind of goodwill and compassion and manifest something between the two of you. Even if it's just a conversation to figure out where you are in terms of this, all of this, they want it to happen. Tell me more. How does this Aquarius feel towards my crosswatchers? They do feel like you are, first of all, very physically attracted to you, but you click all the boxes for them. They feel like you're this nurturing, abundant person who they just cannot let go, and they want expansion with you. They want to manifest expansion with you. It's not just a conversation here. They want something bigger than that. Yep. Aquarius, so Crosswatcher for Aquarius, this is the best reading of the day. They want love with you. They want a relationship with you. Wow. This Aquarius wants something with you. They want to leave the past behind. Leave the past behind. Make it better, and manifest something big and strong with you here. Wow. What else does this Aquarius feel towards my Crosswatcher? What else does this Aquarius feel towards my Crosswatcher? What else does this Aquarius feel towards my Crosswatcher? Angry, discouraged, creative, trapped. So I will put these three together first. Angry, discouraged, and trapped. Yes. They were definitely angry, discouraged, and trapped. But coming out of it and getting creative in their approach. Getting creative in how to overcome this situation. Yes, they were very angry with you. They were discouraged. They felt trapped. They felt like things just didn't go their way in this equation. Maybe you did something to make them very mad, and maybe that you did something to, maybe you even did something bad to them. Did you, Crosswatcher? What did you do? If it was just regular conflicts and disagreements, that they still felt very angry and discouraged and trapped. But let's see, what else does this Aquarius feel towards my Crosswatcher? Fantasy, they're fantasizing about you. Daydreaming, imagining. What else? Commitment. They want commitment, or they want some kind of promises to come true here. Fidelity. And they feel a sense of hopelessness here as well. But it feels like, it seems like this person is definitely fantasizing about expansion with you, about renewing all of this. Tell me more. How does this Aquarius feel towards my Crosswatcher? How does this Aquarius feel towards my Crosswatcher? Divine Masculine and bitterness. Anger, hurtful words have been exchanged here. Aquarius, this is the same, or Crosswatcher. I think that I know this situation already. That's been going on with Aquarius and whoever was dealing with Aquarians. I think I know this situation. Tell me more about this situation between my Crosswatcher and Aquarius. Yeah, see? Understanding came out sideways. So there were probably some misunderstandings that need to be corrected. Somebody's forbidden or blocked here in this equation. Either the Aquarius or you are. Fulfillment. There was a lot of fulfillment in this connection, and it still can happen between the two of you. It's sorely missed. And success. Somebody might be successful here, or things need to turn for the better here. And there is an acknowledgement, I think, on both sides about this. Tell me more. What's happened here between my cross watchers and this Aquarius? What's happened between my cross watchers and this Aquarius? What's happening? Tell me about this whole connection between my cross watchers and this Aquarius. Safety, protection. Not sure how that relates, but maybe you can resonate. Younger, somebody's much younger in this equation. Big age difference. You know what I mean by that. Younger than 5 years apart. Uranian connection. Freedom versus attachment, on and off. Serious. This was a very serious connection, and there was a lot of attraction, emotional and physical, and sex on the brain. What are this Aquarian's intention towards my cross watcher? What are this Aquarian's intentions towards my cross watcher? This Aquarian's intention. Temperance for now. Yeah, they want a lot with you, and they understand that this relationship, this connection holds a lot of gravity, but they're healing still. They're healing still and waiting and figuring things out and trying to be patient. So no movement for now, guys. No movement. Oof, all right. Oh, Kat. Hi, Kat. I was wondering whether you were watching. Hi from Phyllis Fine. Denmark, hi. Hi, Bora. Hi, Brittany Colette. All right, guys. Let me put the cards away. Let me just message somebody really fast because they're obliterating my text messages. All right. And we are on the last zodiac sign. We're in Pisces, but just give me a second. Just give me a second. Leo has already been done. We're on the last zodiac sign for cross watchers for Pisces. Okay, texted. All right, let me just shuffle a little bit and we'll be on our way to cross watchers for Pisces. Whoever's dealing with Pisces, whoever's dealing with Pisces. Is there anybody here who's dealing with the Pisces? Okay. Pisces. Pisces is 2 hours, 30 minutes, 40 seconds. 2 hours, 30 minutes, 40 seconds. Crosswatchers for Pisces. Whoever's dealing with Pisces, whoever's dealing with Pisces, crosswatchers for Pisces. How does this Pisces feel towards my crosswatchers? How does this Pisces feel towards my crosswatcher? How does this Pisces feel towards my crosswatcher? Okay. Knight of Wands. This Pisces is feeling frisky. On and off, probably, this kind of connection. They might even feel like you are the one who's frisky. There is probably silence between the two of you. So, okay. So, two queens here. When there is when there are two court cards, especially with the same sex that come out, there might be a same-sex situation here, yes, but there might also be a third party here, big time, especially with this Ace of Pentacles and the frisky one. So most likely a third party situation. Three of Cups is here as well. It's reinforcing that. And then there is the High Priestess, silence. Most likely you guys had a third party, and most likely, or they had a third party, and most likely you are not speaking right now. If it wasn't a third party, it was the same sex here. So it's one or the other. Third party is very heavy. Silence is very heavy too. If neither of those are present, stop watching. This is not your reading. What else does this Pisces feel towards my cross-watcher? What else does this Pisces feel? And by the way, I have to mention this. This Pisces does still consider you a very strong opportunity. And there is a desire to reconnect here. But the Pisces, seems like this Pisces wants on and off. Or a Pisces feels like you are on and off and you have a third party. There is a sense of compassion, a focus on you, and they feel like you're very nurturing towards them, or affectionate, or you were giving them something they needed. Hopeful. This Pisces is hopeful that something can still happen between the two of you. Tell me more. Empowered. And there is romantic love on this Pisces mind. So this Pisces does have feelings for you, but it seems like a very immature energy on this Pisces. If it's not immature, this Pisces is just not ready to settle, it seems. But they experience a lot of emotion towards you. And they do want to reconnect. But it seems a little immature here. There's like lack of maturity. There is a Knight here versus Queens. You know, somebody here is not aligned in terms of maturity, in terms of what they want, in terms of what they want to pursue. Tell me more. Tell me more. How does this Pisces feel towards my cross-watcher? JR Vales, I can give you a personal reading. Refer down below after the live. I will probably post it. The link, it's also in my bio and under any of my videos. The link is to my personal readings. I will be very happy to do it for you. But this Pisces feels trapped. Something was shocking for this Pisces as well. They're tied down or stuck or captive somewhere. I feel like this Pisces is stuck in another situation, it seems like. If not, then here they're stuck in their own mental process, in their own convictions, persuasions. Obsession is here. So this Pisces might be obsessing. There is romantic love here. There might be obsessing. There might be other people in the whole thing going on, but they're obsessed with you. And bluff, pretending, mask. Somebody's wearing a mask here. Either exaggerating their options, or not being honest about whatever's going on in their life. Tell me more. What's happened here between my Crosswatcher and this Pisces? What's happened here between my Crosswatcher? Again, love is coming out here. Again, love is coming out, and again, cycles. Cycles between the two of you. Absolutely. So love, obsession, it's something here that is just I feel like something one of my friends would resonate with this reading. Pisces friends. It sounds like a very familiar story. Okay, tell me more. Tell me more about this connection between my Pisces viewers and, between my Crosswatcher and this Pisces that my Crosswatcher is interested in. Thinking of you. You guys are thinking about each other clearly. A lot is going on. Somebody's busy. And mysterious. Somebody's mysterious. Somebody's wearing a mask. Somebody's not as they are. Really. Chaos, instability. There have been probably conflicts between the two of you. And somebody's very intelligent in this equation. Intellect, sharp mind. What are the Pisces intentions towards my Crosswatcher? What are the Pisces intentions towards this Crosswatcher? Oh, they want to cooperate. And they're going to cooperate with you. Give me one more card. Yep, they're planning on talking to you. They're planning on, maybe it will not be a very good quality conversation. Maybe there will be some rush words expressed, but there is a plan on cooperating and talking and just putting something out there to get your attention. Something's gonna happen between the two of you guys. Crosswatcher for Pisces. This is it for the reading, guys. It's been fun. It's been fun. How's everybody doing? Yes, thank you so much, Elle, for that. Yes, absolutely. Please check out the personal readings in my bio. I will a little bit later post it in the description for this video as well. So please refer to that down in the description. And I'm wishing you a wonderful evening or morning wherever you are, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much, Ikwat. Plasma, I will let you know what I'm gonna wear. I'll probably just wear this. I don't have time to change. So, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Love you all. You're a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying reading for all of you. Elle, thank you so much. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. You as well. All right, bye-bye, guys.